check, please note that there is always a chance for spray. There is no standing while the boat is in motion, but if you do feel the need to move from seat to
and Judy in the morning, and my Rolls and Royce afternoon. That was my Rolls Royce. Yes. But when the end of the season is coming, we have to send like 90% of the horses in Upper Peninsula. To enjoy the party, you have to come here in the middle of Baltimore. Now, I'm going to show you which part is the original part of the Grand Hotel and which part is the new part of the Grand Hotel. Because if you didn't know, the original part has...
But over to our left, we have Nemo. Everybody say hi to Nemo.
Hi, Nemo.
We found him this morning.
Aww.
But he's actually filling in for my usual horse, my left horse. His name is Swifty, and he's kind of a confused horse. And he likes to think he's a race horse. I have to remind him that we're out here in the Mackinac Island State Park, not trying to win the Triple Crown. But we're giving him a break today. Trees. We are in the forest, after all, it's about time, right? But you might have noticed a lot of these trees with burrowed holes inside them. There's a good one right over there. A bare tree with a down tree right in front of it with all these holes. There's going to be one over to our left as well. So this is a victim of our pileated woodpeckers. The world's largest woodpeckers, our largest birds here on the island. They stand to be about 18 inches tall, with 3-foot wingspans, 2-inch beaks, red heads, black beautiful feathers with white spots on them. I've seen some of these birds and they actually look like baby there.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Adam, and I'm joined up here by Mark. We'll be firing off this cannon for all of you, but before we get to the firing of it, I'd like to tell you a little bit about the cannon itself and why the soldiers even had one here in the 1880s. So this is our model 1841 smoothbore 6-pound field gun. Now, it is quite a long name to say, so the soldiers back in the 1880s would have called it by a shorter name. They would have called it their 6-pounder, because this cannon is designed to fire a 6-pound cannonball. It's designed to fire that 6-pound cannonball up to a mile away. So, for some perspective, that's about from where we are now to Round Island over there. And at that distance, a trained gun crew would be expected to be able to hit a target no smaller than the size of Round Island. It's not a very accurate weapon. In fact, at its more effective range, which is about half of a mile, so from about here to the end of the breakwater down in the harbor, a trained gun crew would be able to hit a ship-sized target 1 out of every 3 shots. Assuming that that ship-sized target is presenting its broadside, that it's not moving, and that all the weather conditions are in your favor. So as I said, it's not a very accurate weapon. Also, this is a model 1841 cannon. Well, it was here in the 1880s, so it's a 40-year-old weapon. And in the 1880s, they had modern rifled breech-loading cannons that could fire accurately 7 to 10 miles away. So those breech-loading cannons would have no problem reaching Mackinac City just 5 miles across the water, where this cannon can hit a tree on Round Island. So it's rather obsolete for the time period that we run. brass spike known as a gimlet to send down into that touch hole to prime that cannon charge. Now, we use brass because we don't want any sparks to be going down and touching that black powder in the barrel. Now, Mark will be inserting our friction primer, which is our ignition source. The friction primer is a small brass tube full of fine gunpowder. It has a pull pin at the top, and then that pull pin is covered in a friction-sensitive explosive known as fulminate of mercury. So when Mark pulls that pin out, that fulminate of mercury will light the powder in that brass tube, which will send down a jet of flame, lighting off our salute shot for all of you today. Now, even though we are using a diminished 3 to 4 ounces of black powder, it still can be quite loud. So at this time, I'm going to suggest that all of you cover up your ears or get your cameras out wherever your priorities may lie today. So with that, we have just 2 commands to fire this cannon, and they are ready! Fire! With that, there's our salute charge welcoming all of you